So you want your material to have those deep shadows in the crack and corners, that natural dirt, thickness and contact details that makes everything look grounded. Yeah, that's ambient occlusion input doing the subtle magic. Ambient occlusion darkness is the hidden or repressed parts of your surface where light would naturally have a harder time reaching. It gives the material that extra depth and realism without adding any real geometry or lighting. Think of it as Unreal saying, these tiny crevices should look darker. Trust me. To better understand it, let's take a look at this example here, where as you can see on the screen, this is the ambient occlusion option that I was talking about. And it says on its option as well that simulates self-shadowing that happens within crevices of a surface or a volume or of a volumetric cloud only. Now, to use it, just right click and promote it to a variable like you see on the screen where it says ambient occlusion, or you can just press S and bring a scalar parameter, then name it ambient occlusion or something you like, and just connect that value to it. Now, for now, we have a default value of 1, but you can see on the screen, like when we go from 1 to 0, it turns out to be complete black, pitch black, as you can see on the screen. And as soon as we go to 1, it becomes completely, completely not affected by ambient occlusion. It's opposite of dark, right? So now here the color is not changing, but rather it is making edges, gap or cavity look richer and more believable. I mean, if there was a cut here or something like that, and you increase the value by a very little much, then what will happen is if a player walking near a mountain, let's just say there is a mountain where a player is walking and there is a cut in the mountain, a very swift cut, and if you increase the ambient occlusion of that material itself, then what will happen is the entire mountain will look completely fine. As you can see, it's looking good, but where the tiny cut is or where the tiny gap in the mountain is, it will become complete dark, which is more natural, because in reality when you are walking outside and you see a sudden gap, you can't see inside it, right? But if the ambient occlusion is zero, you can clearly see that there is a mountain texture or a stone texture inside it. But with this on, you will see what you see in nature, which is pitch black or sometimes a slight black, depending on how you control this value. And one more thing, you can also use texture map into it. Now I'm using a very basic one, a texture map with that comes on the mannequin, which is not a AO map, but I'm showing you to better understand it. Here white parts are 1 and black are 0. So let's just connect it and apply it, and as you can see, can clearly see what AO is actually doing. Now the question is where you actually gonna use it. Now anywhere your surface has grooves, cracks, folds or layer details like wood plank, rocks, bricks, armor, clothing seams, ground texture, basically everything except ultra stylized flat surfaces. Yes, that's an exception here. If you want your material to feel heavier and more realistic, you will use AO constantly, but it is an extremely sensitive value, so in most cases you are not going to use it, but it is better to use it when you know how to use it, right? Get that extra bit of realism. And hey, if you like seeing these nodes in action, check out the game I'm building, Reborn the Evil Being. It's all blueprint under the hood, and the demo is free to play on Steam. Hope that helps, and as always, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you around.